Our next presenter is going to be Sarah James from NEETS Gwich'in. She's here to share her prayer for the Arctic.
There's so much I want to say. I want to use my paper because there's so much I want to say. I came a long ways, and to give you a few message from my elders, my ancestor, from my mother, from my grandma. World Peace and Prayer Day. Honor to be here in the land of Paul First Nation, Canada. My title is A Prayer for the Arctic. My name is Sarah James. I'm a NEETS Gwich'in Arctic Village. Now they changed the name to Arctic Village. We don't know where Arctic Village came from, but now it's always been Washenko. And now they changed the name to Washenko. Washenko means a creek with a high banks. They put Arctic Village where it is today, Washenko, where it is today, when we were forced to be colonized into village life. They chose Arctic Village because there was a caribou migratory route. And in that valley, you got a lot of lakes, got a lot of fish, whitefish, clear water fish. If we don't have anything else to eat, we would live on fish. And that was a tree line. Where I'm from, Arctic Village is semi-desert. Now, the tree line is way past the Brooks Range, almost to the coastline. And that's where I'm from, Arctic Village. Thank you for inviting me to World Peace Prayer Day. Today, we are here to request prayer for World Peace Prayer Day, for our love and for our community. I was directed to do that. Today is very hard for me to sit here and speak. But we all can pray for peace. English is my second language. My first language is Gwich'in, and I'm proud of it. I've been laughed at, pointed at, whatever. Sometimes I cannot say anything in my language in English or vice versa. But it's still good to have two languages. I was raised on the land maybe 50 miles from the nearest neighbors. Just my family. I'm the youngest one of my family. There was 9 of us. Everybody goes out every day. They sure burn daylight to make living out there. And I stay home with my mother. All the story and way of life was taught to me by my mother, my father, and my sister and brother mainly, and from my village and from my elders. So I'm stuck at home with my mom. Most of the time, there's a whole world out there, just me out there with no one to play with. I believe I grew up very well. I think that is good. We were not rich, we were not poor, but we were good. Our life ways gave us blessing, wealth, for which we are grateful. My beads I got here, I got it from my tribe for being honored by University of Alaska Fairbanks as a doctorate, Sarah James. I only finished up to high school. My tribe honored me for that. Arctic Village is 110 miles, or 110 miles, northeast of Arctic Circle, interior. We're not near oceans, so we're not near Igloo or, used to be Eskimo, but now Inuit, or polar bears. We're inland. There's 15 Gwich'in villages. Some are in the United States and some in Canada. We're united as Gwich'in. That's a language. When we say Gwich'in, that means peoples with an S. We're united in protecting the caribou. Since 1988 and before, we always protect the porcupine caribou. This herd is now increasing compared to all the other caribou herd. There's about 4 or 5 herd in Canada, and there's about 4 different herd in Alaska. And we're talking about porcupine caribou herd. It's now increasing compared to all the other herds, which is declining, some fast and declining. Caribou don't mix with other herd, and they stay within their herd. As I grew up off the land, we combine Western food and traditional food out there. We have to ration our food all the time, and we have to take care of the environment. So in return, it'll take care of us. My father is a trapper, but he's not out there to trap everything out. He just trapper based on needs. Now, I'm now 81 years old, and I don't know if I still can do it, but I can go into my country with just a knife and survive. My family do sheep hunting, and I grew up organized sheep hunters, so I go into sheep hunting. It's very hard to go sheep hunting. You have to pack, climb, and bring back the meat back to the village, maybe 50 miles. So that's the kind of life I live. We always start protecting by praying for the caribou. Last 40 years, we've been having a position against the oil and gas development. Ever since I can remember, we always protected the caribou and pray for the caribou. We have to learn how to pray and protect our way of life. After Trump, it was difficult for everyone now with him as president again. The threat of oil lease and development in the caribou birthplace, their calving ground, is even more difficult and more. Gwich'in people are committed to being united. That hasn't changed. We are still strong and still united, 15 village, not to compromise, and we do need help. And we do meet every 2 years. We do meet every 2 years. We do need prayers as we continue to do it in a good way. That's a direction that we got from our elders. When they came together in 1988, June 5 to 10, it was like a rebirth of a nation. We haven't been back together for about 150 years because they put a border between us, Canadian and U.S. border, Alaska border. It was like a rebirth of the nation. People came and laughed and cried and went to the graveyard to see if their relatives is resting, meeting their own auntie and grandma and all that. Big plane came in from Canada, Fort McPherson and Old Crow, Yukon, Canada. And it was just like, they laugh and talk and play, and they prayer and they dance. But the elders said, one elder got to gather together because that's what we do during the bow and arrow days. When there is something threatening the nation, they come together for 3 to 4 days, and they come out with the answer. And the answer always kept for 7 generations. I counted about 7th generation is like 250 years. So now we've been fighting this for over 40 years now. We got a long ways to go. We believe that when something that we put down for 7th generation, we work at it for 7th generation. When on the 7th generation, we get it. That's what our people always say that. So I believe one day within the 7th generation, we are going to win. So every 2 years we meet as a Gwich'in gather to welcome our friends and supporters, to celebrate and educate. Last year it took place in Circle, Alaska. Circle, Alaska is the only village got a road to it. And there's 15 villages. Yukon alone, there's some along the Yukon and along Yukon and the Gwich'in reaffirmed that same resolution they passed in 1988. That's the idea, to stay united. We need prayers for Gwich'in people, the caribou and their birthplace to be protected permanently. We did well for many years. It's not development yet, which is good, but we work toward permanent protection. Climate change is real in Alaska. We have to do our part to pray for climate change. And now the whole world, we have to do our part and pray for our parts. Arctic protection, natural resource, it is a public interest land. Our National Wildlife Refuge, Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. Some call it ANWR. That's too simple for us, so we just say the whole word Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. For sure, we call it Arctic Refuge. Any American citizen has the right to say no, because it's public interest land. Friends, supporters, conservationists, and individuals. They do a lot of work to protect the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. We need prayers for them and us, side by side. To us, it's a human rights. To them, it is preparation. And we need to protect Arctic Refuge together. Our porcupine caribou are doing well, increasing. We still have to pray for them to be protected permanently. We have to contact our congressional people because this is a national issue. I would like to pray for our people, Gujun people, for our traditional way of life, our animals, our land, our water, air, and all the life out there, because Alaska is still wild. Yukon River is wild across the Alaska. When you look down from an airplane into Mississippi, just up to the shore, the rest of it is checkerboard. Yukon is still wild. Through Alaska, over 60 villages, Canadian villages, some Canadian villages like Old Crow, and there's about 3, 4, 5 villages on Canadian, and into Alaska, Yukon River, all the way to Bering Strait. Altogether, there's 60 villages been without salmon. Just recently, they had no king protests against Trump, and they said, our orange is king salmon. Our king is king salmon. That's all we know, they say. Their children don't go fish camp anymore. For 10 years or so now. They drag their net across the Pacific up to Bering Strait. There's about 1,000 different countries out there have their own boat to get their fish. And now they're not getting their king salmon. They're not getting their salmon. And all those villages been praying, and they need a lot of praying. Kids are missing out on their way of life to go out to the camp and fish and hunt and duck hunting and all the other stuff they do every summer. So that's why I have my fish shell here. It's all controlled by government laws, different governments. They limit the use more and more. It's really hurting our salmon people along the Yukon. My father is from Birch Creek, and he's from Birch Creek Village. My grandpa from my father's side is Birch Creek James. And they got their own village, and it's along the Yukon. So my father's a salmon people. And my mother is from Arctic Village, Washenko, that's caribou people. So I'm caribou and salmon people. That's who I am. All the way down to Bering Strait, people who depend on salmon. It's their world. Salmon is their world. I want each and everybody to pray for salmon to come back, for people to get their fish and enjoy their traditional way of life. And we got, like you said, a lot of people talk about boarding school. Well, Arctic Village or Washenko is, we have to colonize into a village, or else they'll take us away from our parents. Even though my parents raised me out on the land, 13 years old, I still don't know English. They have to get me to the school, or else my parents would go to jail. And they have to follow what the white teacher, white principal, white marshal says to them, what the government says to them, or else they'll go to jail And they don't throw them in misdemeanor. They go in there with criminals. So they have to follow what the government was telling them. So when we were out in the land, Arctic Village, Vashenko told us, come back, please come back to the village. We need more students to get funding. And they did their best for many, many years, but they never got funded. So now they say, we're gonna get funded to start a school, please come back to the village. That's why we went back to Arctic Village. And then when I went to school, I was 13 years old. And I was a second grade level and didn't know English. But I finished high school in 6 years because I was there for 7 years at boarding school. Chemawa, Oregon, hello. Well, anyway, and today, to protect the earth, our way of life, to live healthy and to continue see the natural beauty Creator provided, we have to do our part, each and every one of us. It doesn't leave anybody behind. All of us, our children, our grandpa before us, parents, brother, sister, our boss, our work, our pay, our friends, we have to do 4 R's, which are reduce, recycle, reuse, refuse. I refuse aluminum because aluminum could start a fire out there. Use less oil until we don't have to. Go solar, small hydro, wind. There's a lot of other sources of energy, more bicycle, more walks, to live in a healthy world, to be healthy. Our body is the earth. We have to do that part for earth. We have to do that for our body. Get away from drug and alcohol. We have to get away from other sorts of food that isn't good for us. We're going to hear lots about this before we leave from many of us. There's a good food that keep you strong and healthy. Practice to be healthy. We can do it each and every day. As long as we made it our way of life, we'll save the earth. Not leaving anybody behind. I'm 81 years old today, and people want to know why I look, I don't look like 81. Well, I do to myself, but I don't feel like stopping. I'm working at 81. I got a job. At 81, it's good to be me. It's good for the work I do. That's important. You have to do work and you have to pray for it to do good work. Prayer is the answer to every day, and prayer is possible. Prayer is good to do. So I pray that you pray and I continue to pray. Hai means thank you. Everybody say hai. Hai. Yeah. Yes, thank you. All my relations, shalak nai. I got a couple of songs I like to sing. I brought this scarf to tell me that what I talk about, what I learned is from my mom and my grandma and my family out in the land mostly, and my people. So this is how my mom wore it. I wore it. I wore it before, and my mom wore it, and grandma wore it. Play that. Okay. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, my mom. Thank you for all the mom. And I got some few information over there that I left on the table over there. And I don't have very much, but few over there. And this book is of the hot press. It's not only my book, there's other 8 of us, and I got a chapter in there. And it's just hot off the press, so I still don't know how we can get them, but it is out there. The song I'm going to sing is called, all our traditional song is a prayer. I'm going to sing 2 of them. I know Caribou song, but a lot of the guys back home know how to sing it because they lead it. And I know very little about it and how to sing it. All I know is that the song is saying, our Father told it to do that. Our Father told it to come. Our Father told it they're coming. Our Father said they're coming. Our Father said they will be here. That's the way we sing the Caribou song. What we do is this is their life every day. They migrate every day. They go out uneven, all mixed up. And pretty soon, toward half a day, they would be in line of 6 or something, or 4 or 5, 4, 3, 2, and then to 1, and they make a circle in a open meadow, lake, or river, and they come together and they eat, and they make noise, and then they go to sleep. So all our song ends with our drum, and we bow to the earth. And that's the end of our songs. And we gather together at the end of the song, everybody lay down for the night. And that is the end of the song. So when I end the song, I'm going to lay down on the ground. So I can sing very little of Caribou song. And then I'm going to sing 2 more. Shitsia, ha ha ha, yeah, dear, oh, ha 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 ha, shitsia, yeah, dear, yeah, naya, and daya, That was little Caribou song. And Caribou song came about maybe, it was a hard time, starvation time for our people. But in bow and arrow back in those days, we do go through starvation. We went through starvation. We survived starvation. And one of those starvation, people are looking for food to survive. And one guy got up and said, hey, I had a dream about caribou, that they came and they lined up and they came into one circle and made a circle and went to sleep. We should dance caribou dance. And they did follow his dream. And the caribou did came, and they survived. I think we need to go back to our ways. It's a bad time right now. We don't know. Nobody knows. I don't know. Nobody knows. So I just thought I'd tell that story. Next song I'm going to sing is Caribou Skin Hut Dance. Skin hut, that's what we live on. Caribou skin hut. What's that? Name Chatsa. I didn't see caribou dance earlier. You say what's that? Name Chatsa. We say Chatsa, what's that? Chatsa. What's that mean caribou? Say what's that? What's that? What's that? Yeah, that's caribou. What's that? Chatsa mean dance, caribou dance. Okay, this one is welcome dance, caribou skin hut dance. What's that? Name Chatsa. What we do is we follow the sun and go, because the only way we come into our skin hut is our door always to the east. I don't know which way is the east. Okay, east. That's where the door always to the east, because they meet the sun in the morning. Oh, good morning, sun. Well, anyway, so we dance like that. And then we dance to the center, to the fire. Fire is very important to culture. Sun is very important. Those are sacred fires. Sun is sacred fires. We got sacred fires we survive with that help us survive. Even a car, I guess, today, burning oil, there's fire. So we honor that too. When we dance clockwise, and then we then we dance toward the fire, and then we dance one place. And then another we dance. And the woman dance gracefully and prancing. And the man is neither fighting or playing. So. Sometimes people call me hey ha hey. That's how it starts. Sometimes people see me and they call me hey ha hey. Hey ha hey. Hey ha hey. Hey ha hey ha hey. Hey 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 ya. Hey hey ya. Ha ha ha. Hey ha hey hey, hey ha hey hey, hey ha hey ha hey hey, hey 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 ha he. Hey ha hey, hey ha hey hey, hey ha hey ha hey, hey 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 hey, hey 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 ha. He. Like I say, we are in the trouble with the earth. So everybody would imitate. Raven will be fun. He goes, kak, 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 ongle, kok, 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 kek, kek. However you know how to make raven song, you could do that. Okay. Raven song is to keep the earth clean. Creator put raven gray raven on this earth to keep the earth clean. So what we do is that we have a child laying down on caribou skin or something like that, pretending that it's a caribou, and the hunter shot the caribou, and he butchered it up, and he wanted to carry home to the village or to his home. He had to leave some of it because he can't carry the whole thing. So while he's butchering, then they come and eat on it. So we imitate raven as we go around the child and act like we're eating on it, and then making all kinds. That's what they do. They make a lot of noise and they fight over food and everything like that. And well, anyway, and that's what we imitate. And then the hunters come back for the rest of the meat. And he picked up all the meat and went back home. And whatever is left over, they fight over it. That's what they do. So that's to honor raven, to save the earth. And that's what God put raven on the earth to save the earth. I'm not that good. A lot of people back home said I can't sing, but I'm here, so I get to sing. And my drum is kind of very loose because it's raining and it's not tight enough. I'm going to leave this drum here up here because we're going to have a lot of speakers yet. I'm not the only one. So you guys are welcome to use my drum. If you want a drum, sing with the drum. I'm just too much talking like raven. We got a lot of raven story, and our story is a listen. People were the stupid one. Raven is a smart one. And that's how I used to get really mad at those stories when I get told those stories. How could those people be so dumb, I said. And I guess we are, because we're destroying the earth. That one time they finally caught him, the people. They finally caught him and they said, what are we going to do with him? You know, that's how stupid they are. And then he said, what are we going to do with? I know what you guys could do with me, he said. And he said, build a big fire and make a big swing from 2 trees and swing me hard as you can and push me into the fire. And they did. But he flew away again. Sometimes I can't remember songs. That's not my chore back home. Chatai chate ki uli kala hi hey 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 ho 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 ha 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 hey 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 ho 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 ha kak kak kok 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 kak jungle hey 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 ho 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 ha 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 hey hey ha hey ho hey 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 ho 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 ha hey 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 kak 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 kok 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 kak 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 kong kong cha tay cha te te yoli ka hey 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 ho 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 ha Last minute here, I just got my friend Petra over here from LA. We ran from Alaska, Peace and Dignity. There's few big Peace and Dignity in here too. From Alaska to Panama, year 2004. I was 60 years old then, yeah. And that's how we became friends. And she lives in Los Angeles, and we love to travel together. And her husband likes to come along, but he got work to do. And then Columbus. We are the last one to be contacted by so-called Columbus, because the first visitor was a whaler up north. But ours is a French trapper from Hudson Bay. And so we're the last one. We were 100,000 healthy people when Columbus came. And now today there's only 8,000 of us. Even though we're the last one to be contacted, we lost a great deal because we live in a place where it's harsh and cold and very hard living. What we wear is all survival, that's all it is. So we don't have anything extra, we don't have jewelry. We have to survive, we can't carry extra weight. And the place we're talking about, sacred place where the life began. It's a sacred place we're trying to save as a sacred site or permanent protection. We need help with that. Means sacred place where the life began. A lot of birds, I see a lot of birds here. I hear a lot of birds there. They come through here toward north to nest up there every year. There's a picture of birds over here that come in from every state, every country in the world to nest up there. So I'm going to welcome everybody to Washington for September 4 to 8. My tribe called an emergency gather for the Caribou and for the Netzaiguachin and Washington Arctic Village, September 8, September 4 to 8 this year, and they call emergency gather. We need help. Thank you very much. May God bless you. May God bless us all.